respond, you were going to get beat. This is a nice throw by Jake Garcia. Put it right there.
Morris to make good decisions. Play action. Morris has 3 men going deep. He's chased, eludes a man. Has a man short, wants to go deep. Wide open.
Unbelievable touchdown, Miami. Safety 7-2. Later in the second, Kaya finds Stacy Coley over the middle. No one can catch him.
In his face and gets it out on time. Always able to keep his balance, and then it's just a foot race to the end zone. What a play.
Will throw. Looking for Knighton out of the backfield. He's got it, and he's gone.
All right, Canes family, welcome back to Official Review. Obviously, we took the L, and it's never good at home. Shout out to the Pink Cats, so they passed out to everybody. But we'll just get straight into it. And the first play, didn't amount to nothing. And then here's the second play on running the ball, which we struggled to run the ball. We, eventually we just leave it, abandon it. TVD threw it 57 times out of 80 snaps, and he ran. After a pass was called, 4 or 5 times. So, we technically went like 80% pass. So, we have this motion here from Smith, but just the awkwardness of this play, the whole timing isn't there. We try to get this outside zone, but the whole right side of the ball doesn't move. You have Justice here, you have Scaife here, doesn't get the call. So, the left guard engages, you have Ja'Kai pulling around, you have your left tackle doing what it does, and everybody's executing on this side, but pretty much everybody from here just flowed over. So there's just too much bodies, and that's going to be just stopped for no gain at the best. It was just a sign of of things to come, because the running game just did nothing for us. Love to see this. This is something I've been clamoring about reviews. Take a little underneath pass. Don't let the first guy tackle you and make a play for you, for your quarterback. So you got trips here to the field side. You got your backside receivers, the inline tight end. That's Will Mallory. We're going to go ahead and send this number 3 receiver. So when I'm saying number 3, it's always the most inside. Number 2 will be here. This number 1. So number 3 is going to clear it right here for Redding's going to have a hitch. They have to respect this going deep. You have Keyshawn going. So you have Redding underneath. Don't let the first guy tackle you. Obviously, it doesn't look like the best tackle attempt, but just don't let it happen. There you go, Michael Redding. Make a play. Make a man miss. Get around 24 as well, who had the angle, and get a first down. Help your quarterback out. He's had his best day of the season, and it's no surprise that also came with players making good catches for him, like Will Mallory, Redding. There's players who made plays for him. So Carolina has, trips to the short side. They're going to motion over their receiver downs. It's man, because you're going to see TC check down with Cam. So TC jumps back. Cam goes to get on the downs. They're going to seal from the DT down and then have this right tackle kick blocked for Harvey to go. This opens up this huge lane, which James sees as they bring that tight end this way. So this is just a one-on-one here on 3rd and 1. Quarterback gives it. Contact is made. This has to be 4th and 3 right here. Got to wrap up and make this tackle. I love James. It wasn't his best snap. He has to get this back, wrap this up, because we do give up a touchdown later on. So we have to secure this tackle here. Got to wrap up. Love everything about this play, but just got to finish with the wrap up. Obviously, this is tough, Canes fans, to have a game versus MTSU, give up some blown coverages, have that bye week, and then come out first drive on defense, blown coverage. That hurts. It really does. And, I'm more just disappointed than anything, because, these are our two of our best players with Tyreek and with Cam. So it looks like, a cover 2 look, really, but it's different than just a normal Tampa 2. You got Couch here in man versus the slot. James is in man when the running back. But the safety doesn't get over the top here, and that's Cam. Was he expecting Reek maybe to ride him up the sideline? I don't know. But, again, it just wasn't over the top of him. As you see on this side, you see Ivy kind of wall and move, but Tay does get over the top playing the deep half. So he's getting his depth. Cam just, steps up. He doesn't really get his depth here. Reek doesn't really touch him much, and he gets this depth. But you can see that, James is in man on this running back, how he comes out here. Reek has flat, so I think he steps up on this as well. And you see Corey Couch and man over here. So, in my opinion, I think Cam just has to get over the top of this as a cover 2 look. And, that's a blown coverage, and that's going to hurt big time, anytime. And that's one of our best players. Those are 2 high IQs. You're talking about Cam Kitchens and then Reek, who's a senior leader. So, we need some better play out of that, to be honest. Can't believe that we've given this up, first drive after a bye week of giving up, long touchdowns due to coverage busts. Canes Finley. So this is some of that speed in space that Coach Gaddis likes to talk about, and he's been showing this to us. We just haven't been hitting them. Now we hit a couple here. This is trips to the field side. You got Mallory as your backside inline tight end. This is all about timing. The time is going to be thrown off a little bit due to this bump in with this linebacker. But you got to come back out here as in man. So he wants the corner to just squeeze onto the sideline. You got a in route coming here with the inside stem. So you're clearing these guys out. You want to get the ball out before these guys make their break, so the cornerbacks aren't able to take their eyes to it. But that bump right there slows it down. Mallory gets across. This is wide open. This is speed in space. A lot of people continue to come at our offensive coordinator. And while it's not my preferred philosophy, that dog got the U on his shirt, and I'm riding with him, and it's just here. The film don't lie. This is speed in space. However, the ball is getting completed after these guys break. You wanted that in their route, so these guys are looking at their receiver's hips. They're looking at the receiver's hips. So that throws the timing off a little bit. It could have been a bigger play, but you still schemed the guy, wide open. But if it wasn't for that little delay, that's the difference between another 5-10 yards, maybe more. So we got 2x2 set. You got Mallory as a wing tight end. You got Latson down here. This is X's play. Straight up, this is something that we've seen the X literally every game that he's played, even though it's only 2 games. But I guess I'm thinking of practices. But this is X play. This literally is completed in every practice to X. So you have Latson's going to clear. Mallory's going to get to the sideline to keep this guy occupied way over here. Inside stem on this dig route. What I mean by inside stem, look at that angle. Starts on the hash, gets inside of it. Now breaks for that dig. This is speed in space. This has been working. We just haven't been able to hit it. TBD, you put this ball a little bit out in front, let Brashard run for this. And this is a huge play. He's obviously able to make the catch. This is what I talked about, making plays for your quarterback. This is TVD's best day, and it came after, completing some balls that maybe weren't his best, but receivers were able to catch it and keep going. Mallory's going to be an example of that later. But even after he catches it, flying backwards, he's able to run upfield for a couple yards. This ball's right here. You got a block right here from Latson. This is some more space here for Brashard to go. But love the design. Love the fact that Brashard comes and makes this quarterback, makes his quarterback look good. When you're running full speed, going like that, it's a hard to catch it. It really is, especially when you're as fast as Brashard. But love to make a play for your quarterback. Those type of plays let TVD gain that confidence, and we saw that gunslinger that we saw last year. You see that smile right there? Yeah, that was all game, baby. Well, to the end, but you just saw that confidence. This was just tough, 4th and 2. QB draws have killed us in the past, and I've had to review them. But this was pretty good here from UNC and their offensive staff. So they're gonna make this look like it's a man beater in passing. They got this little rub route here for this out. Excuse me. You got this crosser coming in as a defense. These guys, you have to cover this. You have to respect. These guys are running routes. But you got a little outside rush here, and JHH gets a little bit outside and pushed through. And then now you see it's actually a design draw by the way that center just releases and gets upfield. Doesn't even have anybody to block. That's how well it worked. Unfortunately, that's how well it worked. But you see JHH gets a little outside here. This just opened up, and then the center's taking off. That means it was a draw all the way. These guys were just selling it with great passing concept. And he's looking at his quarterback He's looking at his quarterback past the line of scrimmage already like this, still trying to sell it. But yeah, that's a design draw. You see that 65, that center taking off. He would have never passed that line of scrimmage. Sucks, but it's just good play call there. We took an L on that one. So we were able to show some impressive run defense, stiffen up down here real quick. You got Keontra who's gonna pull. Basically, let me start with this. They got trips to the field side. They got a wing. And they're going to get this little outside zone going where they're going to pull some bodies from the right side over. You're going to have Keontra attack that puller, that right guard. Here's the tight end coming around. Keontra's going to be able to disrupt both blockers, so no one's able to get the flag. He's clean. He's not able to make the tackle, but he was able to disrupt basically the whole entire play. And here comes Flag playing sideline to sideline, inside out. James Williams as well coming in to help. But just love this here from Keontra. This is why everybody wanted him to add this weight. He was at safety, then played striker, really kept like his safety frame the whole time at striker. Now he's playing linebacker full time. So you really wanted to see him add that weight, and this is why. So you can attack a pulling lineman, blow him up, and then blow up that tight end. So this is Keontra was getting sacks. He's getting interceptions downfield, still having that speed. And now he has the size to really impact the running game, even if he's not necessarily making the tackle. And it's just a great job here by Corey Flag playing inside out. And then James Williams just letting him know he was coming because he's flowing as well. This one has to be an INT just for momentum purposes, just because, you a 954 Kane family, I need this one. So we're bringing in 4, and it's just 7 across. There's 11 people on the field at all times. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of them. And they all basically playing banjo. If you go in, you got him. He go out, I got him. You got trips over here. They're trying to get some confusion going, trying to get downs in there, thinking people are going to run to get this slant going. Cam keeps it to Corey Couch, stayed in his position. Here's Corey Flag dropping under. Now you have Ivy who's staying outside. He's letting that inside. This is the guy mostly outside. He goes inside. Cool. I'm gonna put my hands on him. That's you to Corey Couch. This is Cam. This is Flag. Quarterback misreads it, thinks it's man, so he throws it to this outside. And man, you gotta catch this. You right in position. Can't let it. Can't do that, TC. Got to secure that catch. Got to put the hands on it. But this is just great defense. He going inside. Great defense by Ivy. Stay outside. Couch passes through. You have Kitchens getting his man. So as Couch passes it over to to the next defender, he stays in his lane. Quarterback didn't read it. Thought it was man he was going to cover. Was right there for this INT. Just for the sakes of the momentum and things, you just got to make that one. Gots to. Even though we stopped them on 4th down, you make momentum. But, you catch it in the end zone. It's a touchback. You start off a little bit better. And then, you get to celebrate, get the pick, and get the defense boosted up. But they go ahead, man across the board again. We're in the same thing, but this one's more of a man look. So I didn't really like this. James is improved. I showed you that he was working in the offseason in man and slot. Really didn't like him. It's extended on their best slot receiver. Downs their best receiver. But he's able to win this matchup. A little bit timing's off. He's trying to run a whip route. So he's trying to go outside and then back in. Quarterback thought he was running an out route. James is all over him. But he's doing too much. He's trying to run a whip route. Gets tripped up with James. Quarterback lets it go. Turnover on downs. We obviously talked about it. We didn't run the ball much. We didn't run it well. That's why we really got away from it. Here in 11 personnel with the H-back here from Mallory. Trips to the field side. You're going to get a good blocks here from your right side of the O-line. Scaife, who probably, in my opinion, maybe played the best of the O-linemen. I think his PFF grade reflected it. But he's going to go ahead get this DM running. You got Jakai on this DT, so that allows Justice to slip up to this linebacker. But you got good blocks going here. Henry Parrish, great vision. When we were able to run successfully, it was to the right side, and it was to the outside in particular. So that just tells you that Scaife, was doing pretty well. Henry, great cut here, but I just love the way he finished this run here. Running somebody over, continuing to go. If you're trying to build the attitude, you're trying to play, the type of football. Like, look at this man. This man in the fetal position. That's how hard you just got trucked, my guy. Yeah, dog, that's crazy. Love the way Henry Parrish finished that run. Had a shout out. Not too much great things to point out in the running game, but you got to see good blocks, got to see good finish. So we'll move on. Oh man, NC. And I keep saying almost say NC State, right? Because I'm wearing a pink hat. I had the pink hat last NC State review last year. UNC, they was playing so much man. They made it look like some man. If this was actually a man coverage play, this was gonna be a touchdown, dog. They bailed into this cover three deep third that saved it because Coach Gaddis drilled up a stop and go. You're gonna see this pump fake from TVD, and then he has to let it go because that cornerback was already he lined up in Broward already. We're at Hard Rock Stadium. He in Pembroke Pines, bordering Cooper City, Hollywood area, and he's just gonna drop straight back. But we had a double move going. We were going to try to get Latin up top, but they played deep bail coverage, so TVD had to take his eyes off it and take what he can get. But, oh, man, I was calling for that stop and go for the rest of the game because I knew that thing had potential, especially when the man coverage that we saw later that ended up getting exploited by Kobe Young. So this is just a great design here by Coach Gaddis, and you just have quads to the field side to the left. You got Mallory here at wing. You got your three receivers here out wide. This is going to be both of North Carolina's corners. That means there's only a linebacker left on this side, and that's perfect because we got a wheel route designed for Jalen Knighton right here. So this is obviously not a good matchup for 33. TVD knew it automatically, threw the ball, put some air under it. Let Knighton just run right under it and track it. This is a beautiful ball. This is a beautiful play call. That's how you isolate a matchup. You put quads to the left, making everybody here, you got all your defensive backs on this side. You're really just going to attack a linebacker here with your receiving threat at the running back out of the backfield. So great throw, putting it right on him. Big play. Watch it one more time just because that thing was pretty. That's a dime. That's a dime. So this is our first, red zone possession. It's not pretty, but just, for light at the end of the tunnel, we went in the red zone 3 more times. We scored touchdowns on those. So it does get better, but this is just, man up football. Got an extra old lineman here, Jumbo, Jonathan Dennis here. We got 3 tight ends in this. You got Mammarelli, Mallory, Brantley here as a fullback. Just a lot of bodies in here. So you get this, double team here. Jakai's not able to get up to this linebacker you see in here, but it's just so much bodies in here. You just have free guys moving around, able to stop this. Thad's able to push. You got Jakai pulling. Guys are pushing. They end up marking us down as forward progress after a yard. We go QB sneaks. There's really no push. I really don't like the QB sneaks. I get it. We have a big, strong quarterback. He's 6'4". He's in the weight room. He's a monster. Ball obviously never gets there. But this third one is the one that kills me. We're back at it. 2 tight ends. And our 3 tight ends here again. We're gonna go Henry Parrish, so we're not even with our big back. I do like Parrish though, so I'm not even really tripping. But right here, left tackle gets beat off the ball. D-line trips up Parrish before he could even run into this wall right here. So he's not even able to run into these guys roaming free into this traffic right here with Justice and Brantley. He could have maybe tried to cut out. I don't know, but he doesn't get the chance because he's tripped up here. So obviously, you want to spread that ball out, spread everybody out, kind of, get that space for, get the lighted boxes, man. And, we go to that, but we just couldn't run the ball at all, even with the lighted box. This time we bring Bashard on the orbit motion. We got our tight ends here. We're trying to fake it, block from Will Mallory, and then release and be wide open. However, this cornerback has Will Mallory man. So this just doesn't work. You have the orbit here, the fake, but we're trying to block and then release. But since this cornerback, defensive back had Mallory man, he was watching him the whole time, even though he blocked and then tried to get out of there. So the play was just, wasn't going to happen. And then the pressure was eventually going to get to him off the edge. So TVD wasn't able to look elsewhere, but this is where it was all designed for in the beginning. It sucks. It hurts. Wasn't the best red zone possession you could hope for. This is just going to chalk it up to, good design here from UNC, their offensive staff. They're going to get this crosser going So they have TC coming across. Tight end releases. So you have Caleb taking him up. So this is what it's really going to attack. It's a little play action. You got this the wheel route thing that's going to take Caleb. You got this crossing route that's going to take TC. This guy's crossing, so a flag tries to jump in. You know why? Because this play action right here. This play action and then step up makes it look like he's going to pass protect, so you don't account for him in the passing game anymore. You got this wheel route that Caleb's going. You're helping out TC on this crosser. So you turn around, you're trying to help, but then, hey, guess what? The running back releases late like they planned. This is just a good play. Able to scheme up for first down. Got to be able to get this guy out of bounds earlier there. Try to swipe him. Cam's able to finish him off, but that's just good design here. Get the linebacker out of there. Then you get your corner, the nickel, flowing this way. Linebackers, we've been getting beat on crosses for years. Flag sees this cross, so he's trying to react to it and then release late. This is what the whole play was about. Just offensive scheming right there. This hurts because we're talking about blown coverages, man, and just Cam is too good for this. This is just a plain cover 3 where deep third, deep middle, and you'll see here long play action is going to make Cam step up. And he doesn't get depth. And, Reek's playing deep third with outside leverage, so he's going to get beat on a post 10 times out of 10 here. So you see back to the sideline and plate to the sideline. This elongated snap. Look at Cam stepping up. He needs to be stepping back. Deep is the deepest, man. You have to be here. So you can have Reek's inside help because he's playing outside technique. He's giving up that leverage. So any receiver is gonna get that. You have to be here in position, Cam. This is a pick, which you do get later by being as deep as the deepest man at safety. But this is just a blown coverage, man. You have to have this. We can't. It's a simple cover 3. You got to be as deep as the deepest man. These are our best players making some of these execution mistakes. You just can't have it and expect to win these ACC games, especially tight ACC games. This is a guy to have it down 3rd and 6. This is money execution. Again, this is a Tampa 2. So this defender linebacker, third one, has to carry this up the seam to this post because that's the weakness of it. Mallory's right there. This is just a perfect throwing ball. This is a ball thrown with confidence. This is what happens when you're making plays for your quarterback. You're catching balls that are a little behind, a little low, and now he's just in gunslinger mode. This is a perfect football. High, back shoulder, where his guy can get it in between the two safeties over this underneath defender with his outstretched arms. That's just a perfect pass. That's the pass you make when your quarterback's just reeling with confidence, sees it. That's where he wants to go. This is a linebacker or, a safety, which either or is a mismatch on a 6'5", athletic tight end. Put that ball up high, back shoulder, in between the two safeties. You can't really ask for a better ball. And then just way to go up there and be a 6'5" target. Will Mallory, go up there, strong hands, catch that ball, tuck it, get ready for some contact. Doesn't come, but just finished it through the ground. This was nice. That was very nice. So we try to get this. We motion Skinner over 2x2 sets. We get it real tight here by the near side. This is supposed to be like a rub route for man coverage. You get this slant going here, but this guy just lets Skinner go and, decides to just blitz TVD. So he's wide open. Then just makes this guy miss a little shake and bake on the sideline. Like to see that out of the true freshman tight end. Eating grass, hit that boy, that boy doing the Jumpman logo on the ground. So nice to see Skinner make some plays. Obviously, we need him big time with the Roy being gone. 33 goes to blitz. This is his man. Great read by TVD. Get the ball over him. That's why it doesn't look the best. You may say Skinner had to go like that. But that's because he's throwing over a blitzer, with his hands up. Just get him the ball so he can make that move, get off me, get shook, get stiff arm, get all that. Motion another tight end here. Back in the 2x2 set. It's Mallory this time. Love it. This is red zone beginning, number 20. So, again, remember last red zone trip? Horrible. I get it. Horrendous. I know. We didn't score from the 1 yard line. We get it. But what happened next? Did Coach Gaddis adjust? Yeah, this is our first snap from the red zone, and this is what we do in RPO. We're going to sink UNC's second-level defenders and get our best receiver, in my opinion right now, Keyshawn Smith one-on-one on this slant. And number one, you don't want any of this, fam. All this, thank God we didn't get an illegal man downfield, because if you look, we got a lineman away down here. This is John Campbell. He's, at that 4-yard, I guess, when he releases it. But, we're in Miami. We're lucky he didn't get this called. Slant, Buddy doesn't want to tackle. Safety was going way over. So as he does that, he plays himself right out of position, opens up the middle of the field for Keyshawn. But, again, love the adjustment. First red zone play, slant on a RPO. That's something TVD did all last year. It was to Rambo. It was to Keyshawn. It was to, everybody. That RPO slant was huge and, resulted in a lot of touchdowns. So nice to see that being the first play call down here in the red zone. Get your playmaker in space. One-on-one, this guy doesn't want to tackle. The safety overshoots it. Touchdown. Gonna see a play right here from Agude in the run game. They're gonna leave him unblocked. They're gonna just get this going. They think they're gonna get this inside zone moving and getting this stuff going. This is just Agude showing that he has that speed. They pull that left guard. They pull that left tackle. They leave him unblocked. This is how you make them pay. Chase that down. Get there. Harvey defeats this block, and so you get two ends crashing in there. Jordan Miller attacks the double team. Fights through, holds his ground. Puller here doesn't get to Harvey. Agude comes around. This is just a great run defense here. All right, Canes fans. So we get 4 D linemen here. We got Agude standing up right here over the right guard, and he's gonna just take a fake couple steps and then, start spying. As he does so, and he drops back, you have people right across, but he drops right here, so you can't throw this crosser. These routes aren't developed. You get this huge gap, and then now, as soon as that quarterback commits to try to get out of the pocket, here he comes, and then you got Daryl Jackson, LT, coming off. But this is all because of this spy, and it takes this crosser away inadvertently. That's their best receiver. He couldn't throw that there. Now he has to escape. He got pressure coming around the edge. Agude's waiting there with the tackle and with the sack, and then here comes Daryl Jackson and LT helping clean up. So love to see that, some creativity there from them. And the D-line continued to do well. You have Mesidor, who literally falls on this play, but doesn't get up. Doesn't give up. He does get up. He doesn't give up. He's playing inside. You got Nigel Kelly. They're doing a stunt. He trips on his foot. Doesn't give up. It's 3rd and 9. Gets up, times his jump, puts his hand in the air, to somebody that could have been a first down. So love to see that from Mesidor. Literally gets up from the ground and knocks the ball down. That's an impact player. And James letting Downs know how he feels about him. But, again, great play by Mesidor. This one's crucial. After that big play, you bat the ball down, 4th and 9. You got trips here. You got this out route coming. This matched up Downs, their best receiver, with TC. They're going to get tangled up here at the top of the route. Great coverage is on him. He's on him. Then his feet gets tangled up with him, and then he falls down. He's able to get up and then make the tackle still, but it's just highly unfortunate for that to happen right here. And now 4th and 9 is just, to have a slip on somebody's foot in man coverage is just super unfortunate at this time. You can see right there is when he tripped up. Because TC, I believe, is him and Daryl Porter are probably our best man corners. But you'll see it here. It's just super unfortunate. Look at his right foot. Right there, tangled up with this guy's feet. So this guy tries to play it off and whatnot, but TC is the one who falls because it's his leg wrapped in between both of them. So it's just super unfortunate in man coverage for something that happened on 4th and 9. You got to be thinking, we're cursed, but it is what it is. It happens to everybody, but, it sucks. This play just, hurts all over. You're going to get a motion from this tight end that gets TC going this way. It's man. They're trying to attack James on their best receiver. He has a delay, in route. You have Mesidor coming straight off this edge. So Buddy just throws up a heave where he's expecting Downs to be, because he has that space on James and off man. So he does create that separation, so he doesn't even need to be standing there looking. So that's why I said earlier I didn't like James, in extended man versus him off man, which I do think that James is great in the slot now. That he's worked on that. But you can't continue to put him in that matchup here. And then you had Tay, who was going for the, in my opinion, interception. He just seen, this dude just come out of nowhere and snatch that ball. So that's why he loses his feet. Reek just, doesn't able to get, he wraps up, but not fully. He's only able to get hands on hips. So receiver breaks that. By the time Tay gets up to try to make this tackle with James, Buddy's diving into the end zone. So this just looks horrible, being put on Sports Center like that. But that was just because the matchup in the slot and the space, the delayed route that they were attacking that this whole time. He was throwing it, falling backwards, and that's just how much space that this matchup generated. Just wasn't the best matchup for you to be in defense. And then, we just don't finish on the back end. But that's why X's and O's matters. Pick your matchups and things like that. But just a freak play, man. If Mesidor was there just a hair sooner or maybe a little higher, this is just a bunch of ifs, man. That's a crazy play, man. All right, so we get some tempo going. We're trying to score before halftime. Obviously we're falling a little behind at this juncture of the game. It's 21-7. We get a little switch release going here where we get Brashard good and outside with your outside receiver going inside. See that here? They're rushing 3. The pocket begins to collapse. TVD steps out, able to find Brashard, who comes back to his quarterback. It could have been a squirrel route where he comes back. Wasn't able to really see it here. But he could have been going deep and just adjusting to his quarterback rolling out. But again, love to see that. Great by TVD extending the pocket and throwing a dime on the move. This is the confident TVD that we saw last year. Rolling if he has to and just throwing a dime, letting it rip, not being able to scare. But love 12, just, giving him an option, where to put that football. I've been begging for this. I brought it up on, one of the first plays of the review, second play even, catching a simple hitch and then making something happen for your quarterback. We're 5 wide. This is an empty set. We got Parrish split out here to the top. This is quick and easy. We just run a quick hitch, catch the ball, get ready for contact, bounce off him, then bounce off Mallory's guy, and then run and get out of bounds to stop the clock. Not even just a first down, which stops the clock momentarily. Just be great. Make tackles. Help your quarterback out. There's no mistake of why TVD had his best game. We threw the ball a lot, so that helps. But players made plays for him, and I think that's what really got him going. And then that's what got the Tyler that we know. But way to make a play here, Henry, to get out of bounds as well as after breaking 2 tackles. This is 4th and 2. We got to get points before halftime. This is Coach Gaddis, letting his nuts hang. This is an excellent play design. You're in an 11 personnel, empty set. You got your running backs and 3 receivers out here. In your inline tight end, Will Mallory. He's going to be running this drag because they catch him in man coverage. You have this cornerback playing a little outside leverage because he has inside help from the safety. All 3 of these guys are just going to slant, taking their man with them. Getting all this traffic here. You have to have him account for. He's trying to account for him. He's trying to account for him. Now number 27 has to get through all of this. Look at all this traffic he has to get through. This isn't even the best ball. This is what I mean. Will Mallory going back, helping your quarterback. This is how you help him. This is why he had his best day. People were making plays for him. Get that thing and then start scooting down the sideline. This is awesome. Obviously, you would want, a better ball, trying to maybe get a little bit more yak. But this is just great design here. You got these perfect rubs from everybody, well-timed. Obviously, the ball wasn't the best, but look at this. This is how you make a play for your quarterback. This is what we've been missing all year. These type of plays need to be made. And then guess what? TVD just lights him up. This is a good job by Will Mallory here on this play. Good design here. We'll just keep it rolling. This run doesn't go much places. We didn't really run the ball well in the red zone, but Gaddis is about to let his nuts hang on this call. This is trips to the field side. You're going to get a smash concept basically. So a little stop here, get this cornerback occupied. Stay out here, buddy. You got this corner here, which is going to get this nickel and this safety's attention out the way. And then Jaleel Skinner, my dog. He's running the most important route. It's a drag route. It's going to be basically a rub. It's going to knock these 2 linebackers out while you get this touchdown set up for I'm tripping, angle route here from Parrish. So look at Jaleel Skinner, MVP, getting his guy getting Parrish's guy. This is wide open for a touchdown here. Just look at that for me. This is wide open. So, yes, TVD gets some late pressure here off the edges, both edges, Scaife and Campbell. He has to step up, which, he steps up into a guy, has to stiff arm him and then sidearm a ball and flick it to him. That's how wide open he was. If he just had a clean pocket, this was just going to be a boop, quick touchdown. Obviously, some pressure, so TVD had to step up. He knows he has this touchdown. The offensive coordinator drew it up for him. You have the receiver running to the back of the end zone and then coming across to, again, create more space. So TVD wheels this touchdown in, stiff-arming this guy and throwing it to Parrish. Kudos to him. Didn't give up on the route, kept going, showed his numbers to the quarterback. Love this from here, but this is just great design here from Josh Gaddis. You got to give credit where credit's due. This is great design. This is getting a quarterback a free touchdown. Even when it didn't work because you had pressure, it was still so wide open that your quarterback could just make a play and fling that thing, and then obviously great catch, way to finish it from Parrish. We're talking about, Keontra Smith, a big-time linebacker. Obviously, he was a safety. We came in, a great striker for us when he was a striker. And he put on that weight. He's looking more like a linebacker now, but he still has kept that skill. This is a basic Tampa 2. Their quarterback's going to try to squeeze something in there because he doesn't believe a linebacker can do what Keontra's about to do. So as a true Tampa 2, when you have something going up, you have to carry this up the seam and up this middle because that's the weakness of your two safeties that divide in between. So a good thing here by Smith. Turns around, gets hands on, puts his head in ball. This ball's out because this quarterback is not thinking that a linebacker's sticking with his slot up the seam. But this is just a great job here by Keontra to follow that up into his safeties and then finish the play. There's no way this quarterback, he's trying to look it off and then throw it because he's thinking this guy's behind Keontra at this point. He's thinking he's just a statue at linebacker. They were able to fit some in behind our linebackers throughout the day. Not on Keontra, bro. He's able to drop underneath and protect his safeties and that weakness of the defense. Finish the play. Love to see linebackers making plays in coverage. Love to see it. Right before halftime, too, and it led to us getting 3 points. So this is a game-changing play because you added 3 points. You let us steal momentum. We went down halftime, 21-17. When, with 2 minutes left in the half, it was 21-7. So that's a huge turnaround. It's weird, big swing of momentum. Obviously, we're in, we got 21 seconds. We're here on the 49, and a half yard line. 2-by-2 set. Nobody's open. TVD's able to scramble out, which he's doing more this game. Just scramble out, use his legs. He's not a statue. Obviously, he's not Lamar or Jakari, but, he's not a statue. Get in there and move it. And then when the defense gives you these little quick hitches, on-time throw. They're covering deep. They're bailing. They don't want you to give up a touchdown, so they're playing off a little bit. You see his technique. He's getting there. This guy's coming over. You make that hitch before. And then get straight out of bounds, Redding. Great job. Keeps his forward momentum going so he doesn't stop forward progress. So that's out of bounds. Even though it's a first down, once they move the chains, the clock will start again. So getting him out of bounds again is crucial. You preserve that timeout. You need this timeout because now we do it again. Hitch now this time is the 23, our Skinner tight end, out of the 2-versus-3 set. So this guy's coming way over. This guy's bailing. It's literally the same coverage, but now we have our tight end do the hitch. And since we preserved that timeout by Redding going out of bounds, we were able to get this ball, to the 20-yard line for Andy to knock in this field goal. Can't execute much better than that. Going down half, 21-17. After 2 minutes, left, and it was 21-7. You couldn't ask for a better way to finish that half. We're fresh out of halftime, and we're going to get a sack. This is, great. The momentum was going our way, leading in the half, so to come out with a sack, the stadium was rocking. 11 personnel, 2-by-2 set with the tight end wing. They're going to leave him to block Mesidor one-on-one. Don't know what they were smoking. And then this right tackle is going to lose one-on-one to Harvey. They're going to pull here, the right guard over. But he's not being able to affect anything as he tries to seal. You have Mesidor, who's clearly beaten 81. You have this running back who's had the fake play action, so he's not helping in pass protection. This guy's already grabbing Harvey by the back of his jersey, how bad he's beat. And then it's just a meet and greet at the quarterback with your 2 D linemen here. This is what you imagine with DNs at Miami. You want both of them to win one-on-one matchups and then just meet up at the quarterback for a sack. So here's, us executing in coverage. Again, it's a simple cover three. You have, deep third, deep middle here. This receiver's going to actually get a step here on Ivy as he tries to release inside, then step in to fade up the sideline. Quarterback waits a little long, has some people in his face, tries to throw it. Cam, being as deep as the deepest man, is able to go in front of this ball and intercept it. That's what's super important in your positioning. See him getting that depth. Obviously, what happened in the last cover three. Now he's getting that depth. Now that Ivy falls for that double move. This guy has the space, but thankfully we have some pressure up in his face. He's not able to step into this throw to try to make it, a more catchable ball with some separation. Because if this doesn't happen, if he gets this ball, over here, it could be, a big play. But you have Cam as deep as the deepest man. The ball's hanging in the air. Makes that play on the football. Again, shout out here to Daryl Jackson because he made a huge play just by big dogging and walking this guy straight into his quarterback, which had the ball sail, giving Cam even more time to get over there. But I love the fact that he was able to get that depth, be as deep as the deepest man, and then make a play on the football as you're coming across. Love this adjustment here from Coach Gaddis. We haven't been able to run for it when we need that yard, and unfortunately, that sucks. And there's really just no way to put it. You have to be able to run the football, especially after the way we started off running the year. But love this. So he's, we got 2x2 set. Mallory's in line. You got your two receivers here. Don't force it. Move the pocket here. And now we've been on third and shorts and fourth and shorts. We've been seeing TVD get killed with free blitzers off the edge. So we go to move the pocket, rolling out to the right. And then we put Henry Parrish to go and chip. So he's leading the way so we can get this quick free throw concept is what we called it. You got a go route and then you got a quick out underneath. So you got Henry Parrish going as they move the pocket to make sure no one's just free coming on TVD. Just a quick little easy throw here to Keyshawn Smith for a conversion. But that's just a good adjustment. Let's not just stick to something because we want to. Obviously, we want to run the ball. Winning teams are able to run the ball. But, hey, let's just get something going here with the quick out designed well. Also, while making sure TVD just doesn't have a free rusher coming straight into his face. That's another adjustment, putting that running back out there to lead for it. So, got to give kudos for Gaddis because, he adjusted, keep pointing it out, and we just weren't able to finish. This is, trips to the field side with a tight end, 11 personnel, another receiver, tight. This is TVD throwing in rhythm, anticipating with that cornerback bailing. You got to keep your feet. You got to make this catch. Redding had a good game. This is a good route. Look at TVD already throwing this thing. He's just getting out of his break. Look at this separation. This is a good route by Redding. You just have to, keep your feet, can stumble a little bit, and then, catch this football. Hitting both your hands. You just have to make that catch because we aren't able to convert on this same series. So we have this come here next. We're going to be able to get this little inside in to Latson. It's a little scary here. This guy thought he was getting a pick. Latson wanted the ball more. So a little throw fading away that, wasn't didn't look the safest, but Latson wanted the ball most. And now we get into a 4th and 2, and we were just talking about how, we rolled TVD out. We had that blocker, right, so we can have somebody free off the edge that we've been seeing every game, somebody getting to him. This time, we get back to that tight set. We get a 12 personnel set, 2 tight ends, Mallory. We get Skinner. We get our 2 receivers. We bring them in tight. We get them condensed. Running backs now on this side. He's running out for a route. 2 free blitzers. 2 blitzers coming off. The right tackle can only pick up one of them. Everything's developing. Running back's not looking. These 2 guys are trying to cross. Where do you want TVD to go with this football? He has to eat this sack. Love the adjustment earlier, putting the running back over there to chip. Then we get into another 4th and crucial short, man. We tighten up. Shorter path for these nickel blitzes to get to TVD, man. Right tackle can only block one person. Downfield not looking. Just starting their mesh concept. Going on a route over here. Tough one, man. Very tough here. Very tough. We get lucky here. North Carolina draws up a touchdown. The quarterback just didn't want it. He literally was like, nah, I'm good. I wanted to really go to Miami, but they didn't want me, so I went to North Carolina. So you got trips here, and you're gonna get basically a free release. You got James, who's man up on downs. So again, we've been putting him, on downs extendedly. Would have liked to switch some corners there, but it's just a tough assignment to always guard him with this much space. You're gonna have a free release from your tight end as the point man. This guy's running at DP, but you get this speed out here. There's nobody there. You got DP here. You got Couch here. If this guy just wanted to, this is a touchdown. This is literally what they designed it for. Literally. You throw this ball now and let him run into the end zone, or at least get close to a first down if not. But that for sure looks like a touchdown. He's not looking at it. He's a freshman, so he says, "Hey, I don't like drawing up touchdowns." I pump it, and then here comes Corey Flagg in to finish up with Jaleel Kelly. You see him here. He's on a delayed blitz. He's sitting. Moultrie wins on an inside move, so this running back automatically has to step up. So shout out to Moultrie for winning on this. This is actually what sets it up, because now this guard is reaching, turning around, looking at his guy, while the running back does a good job in pass protection, just taking one for the team. But that allows Flagg to just shoot immediately, and now he's almost getting a strip sack because he puts his hands on this football, and Jaleel Kelly, who was working on his tackle as well, combined for that sack. But that could have been a lot different, if that quarterback would have just stayed on the script. So this is how quick things can change. You can go from touchdown to sack, just like that. It's football, baby. Speed in space. The OC keeps telling us about it, and when you look at the film, don't just react and just go what people say on Twitter and be like, "Oh man, this guy sucks." I really don't think Gaddis sucks. I really think he's smart. I really think he's good. We just have to execute. We executed more in the passing game 500-something yards ago. We have to see the running game click and the passing game click at the same time, and it's going to explode. But this is speed and space. This is what he's telling you. You got trips here down to the field side. These guys are going to clear. You get this post, you get this seam, and then you have basically like this fade. It looks like a little wheel route, basically. It's like a wheel route here from the number 2 from Reading. But you clear this, and then you get your running back right here. All these DBs, you're gone. Is this not speed and space? That's Jalen Knighton catching the football with 10 yards before the nearest person is around him. Does he make somebody miss? No, it wasn't his time to do so. He's on the sideline. Would have loved to see him cut in, maybe speed through this team, what I'm saying, like he did in North Carolina last year. And speed through, he has that ability. But that's speed and space to me. Gotta continue to see some of these plays. Gotta continue, because somebody's got to make a play, make somebody miss and take it all the way, like we saw Knighton do last year versus UNC. So Canes fans, he's not letting me live, so Luffy's coming in for the piece of the review. We don't like these tight formations because of, things like this where we're bringing in, you got 11 personnel, you got Reading in here tight, Mallory here tight as a wing. Brashard's coming in like an orbit motion, but free guys just coming off the edge. So Mallory's not able to get to this guy, so he's not able to get that. He's not able to get that block. That trap block on that DN, so we get our running back free killed. But that's really, what is he going to do if Mallory makes that block and this next free guy off the edge just comes and cleans him, and this other guy who's just waiting there, you don't get anybody out. You snap this ball while he's still here, so it's just, everybody's here in the box. We just want to lighten up those numbers. Just wasn't our best play right here. So we're going to have, Keontra spotting the quarterback here. And this is just a get big play here from JHH, because you just see him blow up this left guard here and just knock him straight in, and then knock this running back and pass protection back. And now the quarterback just has to try to evade this. He steps up into it, but hey, guess what? This guy got blown up. Your running back got blown up, and then you have Keontra, who was sitting there, watching this whole time. He's seen that going. It was going to flow. His eyes are on you. You kept it. All right, I'm sitting there waiting. Then I come through and strike for the sack. I think Keontra has definitely stepped out of his shell now. as a linebacker, and you're seeing him sacks, big-time one-on-one tackles, coverage downfield. You're starting to see that complete linebacker now that he's, 2 years removed from being a safety, 1 year removed from, strictly just being a striker. 2x2 set here, Canes family. We got Stanley here, the transfer from UAB, getting some reps in. Obviously, we had some, a bunch of injuries at running back, so we need all hands on deck. Happy to have just, a D1 running back just pop up out of nowhere, honestly. But we're going to send him in motion, get that going. They're in zone. Nobody, comes with them. So this is automatically, just by this leverage and the technique from this inside defender, Will Mallory knows it's not man. They didn't follow here. So this guy, his job is to keep scooting out to the flats because this guy's going deep. So Will Mallory does a great job of just running outside. This is a diamond release, getting to him and then cutting in. So it's too late for this guy to react now that he's coming in on this slant. So this is a great job by Will Mallory, continuing to go push outside, get past him, and then cut in. It's going to seal this guy off from even reacting because he has to get to the flats. Way to make this route. And then, again, you see that little burst from Mallory, 6'5" tight end, catch the ball, get upfield. We got to see more of this. We got to see more of our guys getting footballs, going upfield, showing us some of that athleticism and that speed. Good route there from Mallory, noticing the man, noticing, that corner's bailing deep. You know where that underneath defender is trying to get to. That's his responsibility. Go that way to knife it back inside off the diamond release slant. These hurt because we're not executing consistently. This is the play that we hit Mallory big time that he jumped, not jumped, but he turned around fully and caught it. Hands made a huge play for TVD. It's 3rd and 2. We got to have it. 3 receivers here tight. We're going to do the same thing, slant, slant, slant. Now you got the crosser coming around, 27 coming around. He does a better job this time. They slants don't get deep enough, so he's able to just go around. But still, TVD has a little bit of time. Shout out to the pass protection. This is how you take a block on for your quarterback. I've been talking about the pass protection the last couple games. This is how you take a block on for your quarterback. I'm not expecting you to, win this matchup and blow him up and, drive him off the football, but this is how you stay in there for your quarterback, able to make a nice pass. This is an easier pass. You just caught this going this way. You need to catch this ball and hit this corner, man, and show us that speed. You cannot drop this football. You got to execute. You can't just execute in spurts, man. We got to do it continuously, quarter after quarter, drive after drive, game after game. This time we're able to execute. This is 4th and 2. Obviously, the last play was just a drop. 2x2 set with your tight end here. You're going to get this corner, not corner, you're going to get Redding up the sideline with this little out and probably another free throw concept. Where you getting this? Where you getting him outside? TVD scrambling. He's looking. He's able to come back to his quarterback, make an excellent catch here after getting vertical up the sideline. TVD scrolling. He's rolling outside, and he's able to fit this over 2 defenders. This guy actually tips this ball, so that's great concentration by Michael Redding. This ball's tipped right here. You can see the trajectory change. That thing came out as a tight spiral from TVD's hands. That thing changed in the air. Great concentration by Redding because that ball was going to be like this on the sideline. That hand, it really changes the trajectory of that pass. That was going from sideline to now it's a little bit behind with that touch. So great adjustment there by Michael Redding and make a play for your quarterback on 4th down, 2 feet in. That's how you execute. So, again, it's about execution. Running it up, the middle with everybody tight doesn't work. So, he gets he gets 11 set now. Mallory's here. You have your receiver, Colby Young, here. His first snap of the game, in my opinion, that I think of was your 2 receivers out here. You're going to bring Colby Young in motion to get this D end as everybody works on this. So, you have a DB on Mallory. That's a matchup that he wins. And then now you have a inside, a linebacker / DB hybrid. Scaife, of course, he wins that. He crashes it. The O-line's crashing it. Campbell gets to a second level. The hole is there. It's literally what you blocked it up and you designed it for. You need to get 1 yard. You spread them out a little bit. No more, fully condensed. Yeah, you still have 2 tight ends in there, but at least you got 2 receivers out wide. And this is just not everybody within the hashes, so that's a start. And you could tell from this spacing that it helps. But then, you get a running back who he had broke his wrist, or fractured, whatever the wrist injury was. He was out all spring. He was out most of the camp. Chaney's out, Citizen's out. We've been losing running backs here and there. I'm pretty sure like Rooster has not been, going through the most live reps in practice. So he coughs one up here. He's kind of had these issues throughout his time at UM. He's a very explosive player, but sometimes puts the ball on the ground. I can only imagine with the amount of reps that he's getting, his ball security is just not his best, and we pay for it here. This is great play executed well. We need just 1 yard. We already throwing the ball every damn play. You have to be able to run it. We get a run here, hand right on the football, pops right out. It's tough. LT making his presence known here in the run game is going to beat this right guard completely. Stand him up. There's a double team coming here from this right tackle as well. He tries to release to get up to the linebacker because he thought maybe his boy has Leonard Taylor. Unfortunately, fortunately for us, I should say, that's not true. He's just able to disengage him and then stand this guy straight up here. So it's nice to see LT make a flash play in the run game. This is just, good scheming by UNC on offense. We have too high look. They got trips here to the field side. They got the running back to the right to the field side. They're gonna fake this motion and then throw. So of course, Flag has to respect it. Even Couch had to respect it. They've thrown that already this game. So you have to respect it. But once that happens, 11 moves out the way. Now you have this slant wide open. That's what they really wanted. They get it right in between the zones, right in between the safeties stepping up. It's cover 3. So there's 2 high safeties that we start off with. James comes down, and then you have your deep thirds with Cam deep middle. So that creates that pocket there in between. Now you moved him with that fake swing pass. This is just great, offensive play calling and design right there. You're able to get Flag out the way, and it's just wide open in between that space. Quarterback protects him because James is going to tear this man up, but good execution. 2nd and 8 here. They're going to be inside handoff, trips to the right side here. You're just going to see Flag and Daryl Jackson make this play. Big 6 is definitely looking like an absolute steal from the transfer portal, but you see him just literally bully this guy and get in there with Flag. Flag wraps him up low. Daryl Jackson has him up high. Everybody gets him down to the ground, but that's just great penetration there from D-Jack right here. Just going to tear this left guard center apart. And Flag gets around that right guard, and they both meet at the running back same time. Flag wraps him up. Whole thing. This is crazy though. We get a little cute. Last time we had a Goudet do it. We're gonna drop a DN in coverage here. It's gonna be Harvey, rush 3, but then you have this delayed out here, and then Harvey's not able to get there in time. It's always tough dropping a D lineman in coverage. Harvey's an athletic guy. Looked athletic going over here, but you just don't have the instincts to travel over there as he's sitting there. He doesn't have the instincts, as a D lineman to run over here. Obviously, just check down. Hurt. Crucial time. Have to get off the field here. It really hurt here. Really hurt. He's coming back left. If only he was able to feel that out. But again, that's a D end. You can't really expect him to do so. But it sucks just leaving the flats that wide open, man, on the 3rd and 9. It's just not a better way. Just not a better way to say it other than that's tough. It sucks. We do make a stand here, Canes fans, and we're able to, hold him for a field goal. It's Wesley Besant sighting. He's here inside linebacker. Nigel Kelly, so we got a big-time freshman just out here. You're going to have a handoff inside zone. He cuts outside. You have this guy wrapping around, pulling from the back end. See him here at left guard. He's getting around. Here's Wesley. Attacks his outside shoulder. And then he go ahead and wraps up this tackle. Nigel fights off this tight end. Engages here, but you have Wesley who just wraps around, makes this tackle. So it's great to see Wesley and Nigel playing. Get some good snaps here, crucial down. And then, this was huge. To get this stop and make them kick this field goal, we brought pressure. Hunt's free in. And this looked like it could have been a touchdown with him missing this tackle, him missing this sack. So wide open, so much space. But, thankfully James was able to, put his legs in. Flag was able to close it. Not Gil, Ivy's there too, and we were able to stop him right here on literally the 1 yard line, and then they kicked the field goal to go up 2 possessions. So huge there from the defense to make that stand. This is the play that we completed at Brashard Smith early in the play. This is the X play, that inside release, stem and get that dig going. Where you got the tight end coming out and releasing, so you're getting upfield. This is crazy because this is a confident TVD launching this in. That ball gets tipped and is still able to fit into that window. Great catch here by Brashard Smith here. So you got cover 3 here, basically coming through, curve. Everybody's dropping back. They're only rushing 3, so they have an extra defender here in coverage. It's 3rd and 12, and they actually get a mitt on this football right here. But the freaking arm strength and the concentration from Brashard Smith is we just right between that zone. This is a confident quarterback slinging this thing. TVD sees it. It gets tipped right at the line for number 5. Gets his hand up right on time. Gets tipped. Still has the power and the accuracy to get right where he wanted to. Right in between these 2 defenders, and Brashard Smith, great concentration, makes that catch. But that's something your confident quarterback is doing. That was going to be a dime regardless, and then it got tipped and it was still a dime. Also, great catch from Brashard, man. Can't hype him up enough because he's an explosive playmaker. I think we know that. But to him to do some of these things that he's done, possession-wise, him, going behind his back, making these catches, going low, catching tip balls, showing that he's, more than improved the hands, hopefully the explosive plays downfield or even, within 5 yards and then making everybody miss and going down begins to happen next for him is his next, development. But I do like to see him step up, not just, I hate to say it as a possession receiver, but, show those qualities when needed. This is great. So this is the Kobe Young takeover back to, actually 3 plays in a row. We're going to throw in the ball. It's 5 wide, empty set with your tight end here. Deuce to 3 to the near side, 3 to the field side here. You're going to give up so much space here, 2nd and 20. Just go ahead and they've been doing this all day, getting that second defender underneath to the flats, dropping him deep. Throw that hitch. It's been there all day. Kobe Young, first catch here and as a Miami Hurricane. Congrats to him. 6'5", big frame. They motion Mallory over this time. Now it's a 2x2 set. Running backs in the backfield. Inside stem, you're running a corner route, so you got to give yourself some room. Gets to the bottom of the numbers. Gives TVD space to throw this football. TVD launches it. Laser. Great throw. Look at that velocity, but just great catch. Field gets it, pins it to his chest, right foot's down. They reviewed it, controls it all the way through. That's what that 6'5" frame does for you, catching radius, able to put your foot down on the ground. This is hungry. This JUCO guy, he just got here late. So if, guys are struggling to pick up the offense that were here in spring, obviously a guy who came in literally at the, beginning of fall camp, didn't have much time. He was, didn't have much time to get ready and get acclimated. But here it is, week 5, and he's starting to show some big things. And then here, there are 2 safeties high, guys. They're literally, Gaddis is drawing this up. Okay, Kobe Young made a good catch. They reviewed it. He goes, hey, let's do this. If you guys seen my film review of Kobe Young, check it out. It's actually my very first video I posted on this channel. But quad look, we're trying to get this ISO. This is their best corner, so North Carolina's loving this matchup. They don't even know who Kobe Young is at this point. 2 safeties, but they're not going to even pass this hash because you have a quad look. Gaddis instantly made this the read because you have Mallory, your 3 receivers out here, all the DBs over here helping. He's going to eat up this cushion, reestablish the line of scrimmage, then speed release. Perfect throw by TVD up high and to the back pylon, but this cornerback tries to wall him off. He's 6'5", 250. This ain't no little boy. You're not gonna wall him off. You just gonna get turned around, little boy. He literally tries to push him out of bounds, wall him off, use the sideline as his defender. This is what happens when you have a 6'5" frame, huge, big body, able to keep his feet, tracks it in the air. So this was just huge setup, make sure that this was a 1-on-1. And then Kobe Young finishes it with his size, good speed release, and obviously the hands and the catch radius. So kudos to Kobe Young. Obviously, his first touchdown in a Miami uniform. The coaches were talking him up already in media. I seen him in camp make a couple plays over 2 defenders, so I was just waiting to see when it was going to be. Obviously, they have things to work on, but as a physical athlete, I think red zone issues, you could plug him in immediately to help out with those. But great play, great design here by Gaddis to get that one-on-one matchup. 3rd and 5. For years, teams have converted these first downs. We've already used our timeouts for years. We've walked out of the stadiums, after a team converts a first down. I can think of, the Florida State 2017 or 2016 quarterback boot or whatever the case may be. The quarterbacks have been able to get these third downs with their legs continuously. Love Corey Flack ending that trend at least. They're going to do this zone read. Great here by Flag. He's going to chip here and then stay outside containment. This is tight end is Zero's responsibility, so he's not worried about him at all. Quarterback tries to pull it. Flag is there reading him ready. Staying outside leverage. He tries to get out, make a play on Flag. Great tackle for loss. Proud of Flag. He's been playing very well. Here we go. Attack. Keep outside leverage. This tight end is James' responsibility. Go play downhill football. They're trying to make a play on you outside. Way to stay home, Flag. Way to read it. I don't care about no LSU, but so we come up big time with on 3rd down. Yeah, look at it. TVD's been cooking. So and it's because of these play calling. We're gonna get again 2x2 look. You got this design little quick out here that's been money because look at this stem from Keyshawn Smith. His route design. He takes this inside stem and literally is aligned straight with this defender, and he's running straight at him to get vertical. So now you have that rub while you get this quick, easy throw outside to get some yards. So it's not, this is obviously 2 down territory, so you're setting that up. So great there by Gaddis. This quad set again. We've been using that to our advantage. This time we motion over Mallory, so it's empty set, 2 to the near side, 3 to the field side. And we're just going to do a quick hitch. This guy jumps way in there. They both try to cover Keyshawn Smith. I think this is just a busted coverage because maybe he's expecting this guy to bail early. But TVD reads it immediately, gets it right to Mallory for the conversion. Big time conversion there. Now we go empty, and this just really hurt Canes family. This is the play that's gonna, pretty much this is the clip that's gonna wrap up this review. But we go 5 wide. We got Skinner in here. And there's really nobody open. They're playing all coverage. TVD's, playing safe with it. We got 3 guys staying low. They're there. They got more guys deep there. So the guys are covered. Don't make an interception as he rolls out. You got to get closer to the sideline so you can step out here. And then TVD, you're better just, throwing this ball away because once you got to get close to the sideline so you could just step out. You see TVD's pointing at him, telling him to get out. But he loses. Basically, the ref blows his forward progress dead because he's not going forward no more. He's just going backwards. He's trying to go outside. You have to, step more over here. That's going to come with time, Skinner. TVD could have just threw this ball away, but at the same time, you just have to get closer to the sideline with the awareness. But that's a true freshman, so it hurts. We don't have a timeout, so instead of it being 3rd and 4. With 29 seconds left, we have to rush to a play and set it. So we lose 15 seconds just getting this ball off. Now it's 2x2. We have 2 in-breaking routes because we can't really just call a play. We had to just throw something out there. So obviously it's not the best of plays. We don't even know if these guys are, running the right routes. We'd have no idea if this was the plan. But this is Kobe Young, so he said, "Hey, let me throw this high." But he has a defender underneath, so he tries to throw it high for him to high point it. Just too high, man. And it just, you're trying to get it underneath, over one, under another. So it's just a hard throw when you really don't know what the real routes were. Looks like this ball, just doesn't come out right. Could potentially have gotten tipped. Yeah, it just looks like it could have got tipped. But, again, you just don't know the execution was there. It's trying to get it high over. If it gets tipped, it's going to sail. But again, you just rushed into that because you weren't getting out of bounds. So I hate to end the review like this because, I hate to end games like this. But Canes fans, just hold on because, what else we going to do? We Canes fans, so we got to keep rolling.